Should capital punishments be avoided? We go for.
In my point of view, we should give a chance. We should preference to life imprisonment instead of capital punishment. We should give chance to all criminals to change their behavior and mind thinking.
But according to me, if you give them life imprisonment or something punishment or harsh punishment, anything like that, they will not change because they have already a mindset that they will get punishment or they will get life imprisonment. And this also will not create fear in other people's mind.
As we all know, no one is born as criminals. They become criminal due to some circumstances.
So be louder, huh? Little bit. One house has 1 minute.
But
As we all know, no one is born as criminal. They become criminal due to some circumstances.
their circumstances could be changed, but if you will give them that penalty, the circumstances will not be there. If the circumstances will not be there, they will not do any offense for which for like rape, murders, etc.
Shivaji asked. Any point from yes, person.
If we take the criminal to life imprisonment, then what can they do? Because they are in the prison after the.
But this life imprisonment will not cause any fear in other people's mind. And if it will not cause any fear in other people's mind, no one would be afraid to do a crime. And this would increase the crime rates in India.
No law should be above right to life, but this capital punishment easily defeat the right to live, right to life. Live.
If we will give the criminals capital punishment, then there will be no chance to change their behavior and mind thinking, and no human have right to kill anyone.
If we don't have any right to kill animals, we do kill animals and eat them. But
I said anyone.
I would say that we do kill animals and eat them. We don't have any objection for that. So why do you have objection for this?
Mahatma Gandhi once said there is no difference between killing a man and a state killing a man. There is no difference between a man killing a man or state killing a man. So it's the same way that state is killing a man, just like murderers.
Murderers kill innocent people, but the state kills the people who are guilty of. The people who are not eligible to live in our surroundings are like animals. They do rapes, they do crimes, they cause murders, and so on.
But sometimes people are innocent.
Like Timothy Evans. Timothy Evans. He was innocent. He lived in USA, no, UK. In 1980. In 1980, he was killed by hanging. So after he died, the case continued, and they all found him innocent.
We are in 21st century, not in 19th century, 90s. And you are talking about 1990, and in this, the person is not guilty of, but it is the rarest of rare case. But in most of the cases, the person is guilty of.
And we also have a solution like mercy petition. In mercy petition, the imprisoner will give a mercy petition to the president, and then the president and the Ministry of Home Affairs will discuss the merits or demerits of this. Then it is returned to the president, and the decision comes as well.
According to Article 72, you said the above president's pardoning power, and you were telling about we are in 21st century, and it's not 1980. Also, we have CRPC, which means for Criminal Punishment Code. So it punishes criminal. Accordingly, they did the crime, and as we when we see the case of Bacha Singh in 2018, I think, yes. So he was also a type of innocent. So after the case of Bacha Singh, our Criminal Punishment Court institution declares that the rarest to the rarest case will be detailedly researched, and after that the case will be go on. And we can say that murderers are murderers, and if we see habitual culprit, then what can we do? If he is a habitual culprit, he is habitually a murderer.
We have no right to kill anyone without knowing all the details of the case.
In India, the case is studied for 7 to 8 years, about in average 7 to 8 years for a person to be handed over. And in this, we can say that it is a rarest or a rare case, or might be the rarest of the rarest of the rarest case, that in which an innocent person is handcuffed.
As you have said, rarest to the rarest. Then what about the others? Like if, in search of this topic, that this criminal is innocent or really a criminal, court specifically research at that topic. So like CRPC research at that topic briefly, and he gives punishment to that criminal.
As we are humans, we do take wrong decisions, and sometimes our wrong decisions will lead this much wrong. But most of the time, the criminals are guilty of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're supporting your opponent.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि ये सीआरपीसी का जो मैं पूरा रात भर चेक कर रहा था कि जो भी कोई आता है क्रिमिनल होता है, तो मैं वो लोग ब्रीफली रिसर्च करते हैं, डीपली रिसर्च करते हैं कि उनका क्रिमिनल इनोसेंट है या रियली अ क्रिमिनल.
But the case you are putting an example, you can define the case. To define the case. Just said Timothy something, Bacha something, and then it goes on.
And that's what I'm saying, and you are supporting us, not your opponents. So not your party.
Teammates. मैं इधर बैठ ही जाता हूँ.
There's no way of doing it if a judiciary has taken the right decision or not. They have taken decision on the basis of what they have seen or what they have shown. So sometimes this may be true. So sometimes people found they were innocent. So how can we compensate with their lives?
This is the problem of judiciary of India, not the problem of death penalty.
If the judiciary, all the laws can be dictated by judiciary. then why judiciary don't take any actions to abolish this act? Because many people have gotten killed with this law.
Capital punishment should be abolished because the public are strongly against in this topic. Okay.
Actually, I want to say that more
In sorry, doctor.
and less are and it takes, as I have said, it takes 7 to 8 years for a criminal to be handled. So I think that the court will make right decisions, or sometimes it might be wrong, but not every time.
Most of the countries have already abolished the capital punishment act. Then why India is still having it?
The countries who have abolished punishments are having a high rate of criminals. But India is a developing country, and the population of India is too much high.
But South Korea is a country with very less crime rate, but still they don't have capital punishment.
They have capital punishment, and their population is also low, and they are educated well. They have trained well.
Sorry, don't.
शिवाजी राव
नहीं उससे पहले
Audience, please keep quiet.
South Korea has capital punishment, and the population of South Korea is also low, and people are well trained and well behaved. And people are also educated over there, but not in India. And if you will compare the education rate of South Korea and India, it is very low. Okay.
seconds left. Shivaji House, 30 seconds left.
As I say that we cannot, we have no right to kill anyone without knowing the details. In South Korea also, they follow these rules also, and however they doing this also, they are not doing. They are not giving capital punishment without knowing the details, as like in India.
No country in this whole world have a right to kill or hang someone without knowing details. And South Korea is one of these countries. And I very well know that South Korea's government takes out details and hangs the person.
As she has said that a country takes 7 to 8 years to investigate and hang on the individual.
Sometimes the capital punishment is done arbitrarily, just arbitrarily. Then how can we know that someone's personal matter is not involved in this case? Sometimes judgment of capital punishment is arbitrary. So how can we know that someone's personal matter is not involved in the case?
Applications of the capital punishment is so arbitrary that the
Here's a good point. Raman.
There is no answer that a person's personal life will be involved or not be involved. It doesn't matter if the person's personal life is involved or not involved. It matters if they get that penalty for it.
That's why life imprisonment is better than death penalty.
Why are you in favor of life imprisonment?
Because if later someone is found innocent, we can easily live and if we get a chance to reform himself or change it. Yes.
Will the society accept? Will society accept? Because our Indian society is so much uneducated or uncivilized that they will not ever accept that.
You can use legit, but it's quite a negative one. Uncivilized and
अच्छी बताई
Okay, we can start next year.
Literacy rate is very low, so the criminals are increasing day by day. So, by the family background, that uneducated and unemployment, so we have to change and reform of these criminals to give the education level, and people should be safe from this danger. People should be get better from these very dangerous criminals by their safety and their regulation.
According to me, there are uncivilized means that are uneducated, a type of uneducated. I'm not saying that India is not a country.
बोलने वाला तो ये आगे ना
And it's and there is also no confirmation if the ordinary people or the victim is also educated or not.
I think if people are well educated or more civilized, they won't murder anyone. Rather than they would get a job and do good work. If they are uneducated, they would do it because they are not getting job and not getting anything. They would do something for pleasure, for their wish, or for their mind, to satisfy their mind.
So we can also try campaigns to spread awareness and give them some moral values which they have lost in their childhood.
We can try, but as you know, the population of India is too much high. It's about 140 crores. So it's not possible to educate all the citizens of India.
So is it possible to kill everybody? You are really nice.
Our life is important. Our life is so much important that we can't kill them like that. You are saying, like you are saying that we can kill everybody. No, it's not possible to kill everybody. But it's surely possible to give them that investigate about them for 7 to 8 years. After that, we can give them death.
Few years ago, many parts of country has sparked as much debates as the death penalty. The capital punishment should be abolished because critics of capital punishment put forward several arguments from the public.
And like also Mohtak said, because of unemployment, people are being crying. Then what about some campaigns and like my favorite MG Narega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Guaranteed Employment Act.
As I told you that the population of India is too high and it's not possible to give employment to everyone. 140 crores.
But not also everyone is unemployed.
But not also everyone who murders.
developing country, not a developed country. So there is always an unemployment, poorness, and people are dying due to hunger. Because of this, the effect is on the criminals. Thank
We can't use our country rate or population as an excuse for living this model.
There are also many political affairs which was a reason for a murder or a rape case or gang rape case.
But this, but the politics is not under our hand, and it's under government. People do murders and rapes, most of the time rapes for the pleasure or to take revenge.
As you told earlier that no और कुछ पॉइंट है तुम्हारे पास या फिर चलेगा ना चलो स्टॉप द आर्गुमेंट्स
खूप मजा आला.
यस
So thank you. Initially it was quite ना, लेकिन जैसे जैसे होता गया लास्ट में it was very good. Heated argument. That was good. Really.